Hey, beautiful people. Thank you for meeting me here. As I named in the introduction video, I'm going to be offering y'all some guided meditations. And before actually moving into them, I want to preface by saying that meditation, breathing practices are not for everyone. For some people, being called back into the breath and being called back into your bodies can actually be really destabilizing and dysregulating. So, with that preface, I want to really offer you any room, permission, whatever it is that you need to make this practice yours. If you need to totally seize the practice, or if you need to shift it and only focus on the visualizations or only focus on the breath, do something totally different, I really encourage you to offer yourself that. And also want to acknowledge that a lot of my own practices are really influenced by a long lineage of teachers that I don't have time in the moment to acknowledge, but want to explicitly name that my practice is deeply informed by teachers in a variety of lineages, as well as my own lineages that have meditation practices interwoven into them. So carrying that with me as I hold this space. So as we begin to set up space here for this practice, I want to invite you to take a posture that, as one of my teachers, Dalila, says, is a posture that invites intimacy with the universe. So that can be sitting. For me, it's sitting with my back straight but not tight. For some people, it's walking. Some people, it's standing, laying, sitting on a seat, whatever that is. Really encouraging you to listen to your body for how to be present here. So, inviting you to take that posture, and you can either close your eyes or soften your gaze. But starting to release some of the tensions around our eyes and around our temples and our minds. And allowing yourself to arrive closer and closer to this moment. You can bring attention to your breath without any need to change it, just noticing. And being with it. Inviting you in this moment to bring some softening or some release of tension to where it may be stored, perhaps in your jaw, allowing it to soften. Any tension around your neck, any tension around your shoulders. Seeing if you can let go even just a little bit. Often softening in this way can allow us to bring our energy more into the present. And from this place, I want to call in a visual of a meadow of wild plantitas growing alongside each other, growing tall, growing deep. Just allowing yourself to feel the feelings that come with visualizing a meadow, beautiful flowers and plants growing free. I learned that plants, when there are strong winds around them, their defense or their response is to dig their roots even deeper. Dig their roots deeper and actually allow the wind to strengthen their sense of groundedness and to strengthen their roots, so they can then be changed by the winds around them. I often find myself turning towards plants to better understand how to live a more aligned life. And as an organizer and a person committed to our collective liberation, the gusts of wind around us are undeniable. Rapid movement, quick shifts, calls to be present for monumental changes that need to happen. And so often it's easy to feel lost and ungrounded when the wind is so quick. So I want to call in the lessons of rooting in swift wind into our bodies. So being present with this practice, I want to invite you to call into mind a plant. It could be a flower, it could be an herb that really brings you joy or brings you nurturance, a sense of nurturance, and bring them to your mind's eye. I'm thinking of a sunflower. So on your next inhale, I want to invite some more presence into your breath. Feeling it move in through your nose, down your windpipe, down your chest, into your stomach, and out again. We can imagine that this air is like the air that's moving within a plant's stem. Through the petals and leaves, down the stem, and out again. Because plants breathe like we do. So imagine yourself as this plant that you call to mind. I want to invite you to imagine that you are breathing in through the stem, down to where the stem reaches the earth, and out. In our human bodies, this can be in through our nose, down our throat, windpipe, down our chest, down our bellies, and down to where part of our body meets the earth. For me, it's my sit bones. So I'm just going to invite us to be present with that cleansing breath for a little while. 2 more breaths. Last one. On the next inhale, I want to invite you to take a similar breath, but allow the breath to actually break through the soil. Begin to emerge roots underneath you. Feel free to call back in the image of the plant that you're working with. And allow the inhales to really extend your roots into the soil underneath you that's holding you. What does that look like? What does it feel like to extend your roots into the earth? What sensations arise in your body when your roots break into the soil? If your mind has strayed, that's okay. That's what our minds do. Just calling back the practice into visualizing ourselves as these plants or flowers we've called in. So again, on the inhale, in through the nose, down the windpipe, down the chest, down our bellies, into where our body meets the ground and our roots breaking through the earth and gripping. On the exhale, we can release and cleanse. Allow the nutrients of the beautiful soil to move through our exhales. Allow ourselves to feel a sense of holding and groundedness. And if that's not accessible, any sensation of groundedness, even if you could just visualize it, can call in a textured feeling in your body of it. So as we're inhaling, our roots are going deeper and deeper into the soil, and they are spreading wide. It's not too long before our roots begin to meet the roots of others in this meadow that we're in. We start exchanging resources, care, affirmations that we are where we need to be. And continue breathing if that's available to you. What does it feel like at the root of your body when you're grounding, when you're rooting? If you want to rock your body a little to the side, as you're swaying with the wind, you can feel that you are still rooted despite your movements. The earth is still holding you despite your movements. From here, I want to invite you to, if it feels available and accessible to you, to bring a slight smile to your face. I smile when I think of a meadow. I smile when I think of a sunflower. And I smile when I think about how their roots are holding each other. And I allow myself to be relieved by this. I'm just going to hold this space for a few more moments, a few lasting breaths. As we begin to close our practice, inviting you to offer some gratitudes or sweet words to the earth that has held you, welcomed your roots to ground, offered you connection, some sturdiness in some quick gusts of wind. 3 more breaths here. And that last exhale, you can bring your awareness back into this room, beginning to move some fingers, some toes. You can curl your neck, clockwise and counterclockwise, and open your eyes if they were closed. And express gratitude to whoever deserves to receive gratitude in this moment for allowing you to practice. And maybe a word of gratitude to the plantitas we are inspired by and led and held by. Thank you.